Hi guys, Molten here back with another rapid game. So this time we have a game 5-8 time control. This one's a lot faster than our regular one, but a little bit more increment. So again we get the French defense, a lot of people playing the French defense. So we go pawn to e4. Pawn to d5, let's go knight to c3. Bishop to b4. So we get into the Winawer variation of the French defense. So here we can go e5, which is the main line, or we can also take the pawn, which is a sideline, not played as often. Which one? There's also knight e2. Knight e2 is also a really good line. I'll play knight e2. This one's a really simple line if you want something against the Winawer, which you don't want to go into the main lines with pawn to e5. This is a really good alternative for those of you who want something relatively simple to play. It does lead into some positions where you do have to sacrifice the pawn on e4, but you do get a lot of compensation for it, so it's fine. And you also avoid a lot of the having to know a lot of the mainline variations. Here after knight f6 instead of f5, most likely we're going to just win the pawn back on e4, and we maintain the bishop pair after that, so white should be a little bit better. If he goes knight to c6, you can also play bishop to b5 in some of those positions. b6. So I haven't actually seen b6 in this particular position before. So his idea is obviously to go bishop to b7. I can just take the pawn though. I think I just take the pawn. I sort of am threatening to give him double pawns, I think. But clearly he's not too worried about it, because he's just allowing it. I can also give in this annoying check on b5, which is an idea in a lot of French positions, where you check, force him to play c6 and just move the bishop back, and say that the pawn on c6 is blocking the bishop. Might be a good idea. If the knight goes to d7, I might have some tactics on the f6 knight there. I'm gonna get bishop b5 check. It's an annoying check here for black. Unless his idea is to go king e7, but that looks really, really awkward. Knight c6 makes sense. So we want to put pressure on the pin, which is the knight on f6. So I'm thinking immediately play queen f3. This puts pressure not only on this pin, but there's some pressure on that pin as well. Must be a good move. Queen to f3. Yeah, good queen f3 here. With two pins here he has to deal with. Not easy. Queen takes on d4, but this just loses a piece, I think. I just take here. Takes and takes on c6. Comes with check as well. So check, and this also comes with check. I can just pre-move. Bishop takes c6. Because if he moves his king, then I'll take on c6 anyway. And otherwise he only has 2 moves. Pawn takes, this comes with check. Queen here, this comes with check as well. Do I have anything better here? No, I think I just take here. Just take. Take it, just take back. And attacking the rook as well. Okay. I can just castle in this position. Should be fine. Absolutely fine. I can also just try to save the piece. I could just play knight e4 and hang on to the extra piece. Yeah, I don't see why not. Just play knight e4. There's no checkmating threats or anything like that. And bishop comes to e3, we're just 2 pieces up. Yeah, so opponent resigns. So yeah, this is very easy line for those of you who want something against the Winawer, which is bishop b4, without having to go to having to know a lot of theory or anything like that. It's relatively easy to play, as you saw in the game. I think the main line is to go knight to c6, and then you can follow through with either bishop to b5 here, which leads to some sharp positions, or you can play the move pawn to d5, which is relatively simple to play as white. So that's a good option. And against f5, I think a lot of the time you can sacrifice a pawn here with the move pawn to f3. White's generally doing pretty well. After captures, you can go queen takes, develop out your bishop castle queen side, and there's a lot of weaknesses in black's position, so there's a more than enough compensation. Whereas in the game, I think black sort of developed the piece to the wrong square, because after captures, bishop b7, check. Probably should have played knight to d7. Takes. But after queen f3 here, even, it's a bit awkward for black. Has to move the king to avoid like nasty discovered attacks from the queen on this bishop. And it should be relatively comfortable for us still. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next rapid game.